What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you this awesome budget deck profile of the Red Dragon Archfiends. We focus on bringing out the Calamity lock on our opponent, which works pretty well even without all of the bestial cards in it. So first I'm going to show you the deck profile, and after that I'm going to show you some options you have for purchasing this deck. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, first of all, we're going through the monsters. We're playing 3 Soul Resonator, awesome card that can solo start a combo, as well as Crimson Resonator, which we're running also 3 of. Then we run 2 Vision Resonator, 2 Synkron Resonator, 3 Bone Archfiend, 3 Wildwind, and now we run 1 Obsessive Uvualopp, awesome card, level 4 tuner, which can basically special summon itself from the hand or the grave by banishing 1 Synkron monster from the field or grave, which is very handy if you think about cards like Red Zone. And the last 3 are hand traps. We run 2 Dimensionshifter and 1 Skull Meister. Well, of course, those are really replaceable if you happen to have some Ash Blossoms or Lockbirds laying around. Of course, we want to pick these. But since it's a budget deck profile, we want to focus on affordable hand traps that can work well. So I chose those 2. But of course, if you rebuild this deck, feel free to change them or replace them. And that's it for the monsters. Let's go with the spells. So for the spell cards, we run 3 Crimson Gaia for the search power, as well as 3 Resonator Call, just to get some consistency in this deck. Then we run 3 Burning Soul, very important card if you think about the Calamity lock. And the last 3 we run are Dark Hole, Monster Reborn and Cosmos Cyclone. Same with the monsters, those 3 are replaceable of course. They're just generic cards that fit in basically every deck, which you can do nothing wrong with. So if you have other ideas, of course you can change them. If you happen to have some Called by the Graves or Imperms laying around, feel free to put them into this. But since it's a budget deck profile, I chose those 3. So now let's go on with the traps. So for the trap cards, we run 1 Red Zone. Not more than 1 needed, we can search it very easy. We can also search Fiendish Golem, which we run 2 of. Well, basically because the card itself is pretty useful, can be used aggressively and defensively. I also explained that in the combo video, linked below. And with Fiendish Golem, of course, comes Fiendish Chain. Only 1 needed. Fiendish Golem lets us use it multiple times. Now, for one of the most important traps in this deck is Etude of the Branded. It basically lets you go into the Calamity lock. Awesome card right there. Thank God it was a common in Cyberstorm Access, so it's very affordable. Awesome card for the Calamity lock. And another option for this play is Synchrozone. Well, first of all, it basically locks your opponent into attacking only with synchro monsters, which of course can be very useful. But most of all, it allows you to synchro summon during your opponent's main phase. But since it is in the main phase and Etude and Burning Soul can do this right off the bat in the draw phase, Synchrozone is not really better than the other 2 options. So I only put 1 in the deck. Either way, it can be a great block for our opponent. So yeah, we're finished with the main deck. Let's go with the extra deck. So for the Red Dragon Archfiend extra deck, we run 3 Red Rising Dragon. Of course we do. This card basically opens all the doors for our combos. We then run 1 Scarred Dragon Archfiend and 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. They always come in a pair, so of course 1 of each. Then we have 1 Scarlight. We have 2 Abyss because of the awesome on-field Omni Negate. Then we run 1 Bann We run 2 King Calamity because, well, if you happen to do the Calamity lock on your opponent first turn, you might even have the chance in this deck to do this in his second turn once again, and you don't want to miss the chance to blow up 2 of your opponent's turns. Really awesome if that happens, so we run 2 to have the chance to do so. Then we run 1 Red Nova Dragon, 1 Red Supernova Dragon, and since the structure left us without an Synchro 7 option, I added Kuibelt, the Blade Dragon. If it's summoned, you can pop a card. Very awesome, so easy choice right there. And for the last extra deck card, we run Void Ogre Dragon. Also very awesome card that can basically negate a spell or trap effect if you have no cards in your hand. So also this one can come in really handy. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. So now let's talk about how much you have to spend to get this deck. So option number 1 would be buying 3 structure decks Crimson King and add the missing 13 cards to it. As you can see, the structure deck is still very cheap with under 7, so really awesome price if you ask me. The rest of the cards, as you can already see, is below 10 cents most of the time, so very affordable in this case. And of course, if you buy the structure deck, you will land under $40, but you have a lot of other Red Dragon Archfiend cards. You can combine your deck or try different things. So yeah, this would be your first option. So option number 2 is basically buying all 55 cards that I just showed you in the deck profile. As you can already see, most of them are under $1, so yeah, it's really cheap. You can get most of the cards for even 2-3 cents. Soul and Vision Resonator with under 150 are the most expensive cards in this list. So yeah, it's really affordable, and you might even have some cards still laying around. And if you're lucky with the shipping, you can even get it cheaper. So yes, really good affordable deck. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that. And as you can see now, we're with article value of under 16, shipping under 14, so you'll still land under $30 in this option. In option number 3, I'm going to show you the 13 cards you need to add to your deck if you already own 3 structure decks Crimson King. Of course, this is the cheapest option of them all. I already talked about the cards. They're very cheap. You only have to add them to your deck. Monster Reborn is something you might have laying around. So this is of course the cheapest option of them all. You can see it, article value under 3. The shipping is more expensive than everything else, so very awesome price right here. And that's it for today's video. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I could show you that you don't have to sell your house or car to have a powerful deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Also, check out our channel. We have a lot of awesome videos and awesome stuff there, especially a lot about the Red Dragon Archfiend archetype and the recently released structure deck Crimson King right there. Also have a combo video and some test hands. You should really check that out if you like the deck profile. And really, I advise you to stay tuned. We have more coming up for you. So if you don't want to miss, hit that bell. And yeah, until next time, have a good one.